Good day, everyone, and welcome to live trading session. FXDD, we have some trades. I will show you what we trade. And before I start, have in mind that Forex trading carries a high level of risk that is not suitable for all investors. Please have in mind that everything you see and hear from me is my personal opinion only. And on these web addresses, you can sign up for more live educational and trading webinars. Let's start now, guys. This is it. Basically, I'm running here a live account that is part of course, my FX book. It's FXDD account, and I have a long on the GBP dollar based on this big rejection here, and the market still above weekly L5. So my stop loss is 29.52. My entry is 30.20, and I want to actually aim for 31.40, which is weekly level. So this is the setup on the GBP dollar. I'm long now, and I think that we still have possibilities to actually go long. There is a gap here. It can be seen on every time frame, and we can also see it on lower time frames. Let's say we go to 15 minute, you will see the gap here. This is the gap that still hasn't been closed, and maybe there will be an opportunity even to close the gap. But at this point, I think that for today, tomorrow, the market might go to actually retest 31.40. So I'm long on the GBP. Wait, what is this? I had actually a little bit bigger risk now. It's like 2%, and I think that this market will go up. So let's see. GBP dollar upside possible based on this. Had one trade today, GBP Australian dollar. He didn't turn quite well, but I was actually a little bit early in the trade. It was my mistake. I was waiting for 1 hour setup, and there was a possible setup 1, 2, 3, but I didn't wait for that. I actually entered a little bit earlier. I should have waited for the breakout of this level, but it doesn't matter. The risk is the holy grail. The risk management is the holy grail of trading. So eventually we will make pips, I hope, on the GBP dollar. And I lost one trade on the GBP Australian dollar, 70 pips. It was 35. It was actually 1% of risk. If I make 2%, because this is 2% trade, if I make at least 35 pips on the GBP dollar, at least, I would make it up for the loss. So we will see what will happen, but I guess that I'm aiming for a bigger target, not 35 pips. So I hope that we will have more. So anything above 35 pips win on the GBP dollar will give us profits. Here we go. So let's wait. I'm bullish here, and I hope that the market will not go lower. If it drops lower, then definitely it will be a big uncertainty what the GBP dollar will do. But definitely, this is it. Stop loss is 29.55, and this is it. So 29.50 is my stop loss. So actually there is 2 pips. So 29.52 is my stop loss on the GBP dollar. Oh, I will show you this right away. So GBP dollar. Okay, so stop loss is exactly at, okay, here 30. Yeah, this is the mistake. So I'm risking from profits only. Guys, this account was 10,000 and I managed to bring it to 65, 67,000 by using my own method, Camarilla MACD, and also doing this specific set of risk management. Also, when I make big profits, I also tend to risk from profits only. So let's say that if I make 10,000 euros of profit, I can decide to put a little bit bigger risk, but effectively it's compounding. If you lose 30 pips with 0.5%, you just need 15 pips to cover for that loss on with 1%. If you lose 45 pips with 1.5%, roughly you would need only 23 pips to cover with 3% of risk. So you always start with low risk and you add a little bit until you go with 5% of total risk per day. You don't go above it. So this is how I teach people and traders to trade. So let's see now what the GBP will do. I think there could be a possibility of a bullish spike, especially because of the green dot that happened at the same time here. We saw a lot of green dots here. These are all bullish signals. And now this big spike tells me that we might actually see, although the trend on daily is not bullish, but again, I mean, we might have a cross of these moving averages very, very soon. And when these moving averages cross, the trend will be fully fledged on higher time frames. So we will have weekly alignment, daily alignment, 4-hour alignment. And I think that our long trade will definitely get active. So the last trade on long was here. But I went with this signal. You see, outside, inside close of Bollinger Band, big bullish candle. And I expect these moving averages to turn. So let's see. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but I would like this trade to happen because it has such a great risk to reward potential, guys. This is what I want. The GBP Australian dollar. I mean, Daniel, you can go long. I think it might go long. I already went long on GBP Australian dollar. I lost it. I went a little bit earlier. I was waiting for the break of this level. But yes, I think if GBP dollar goes up, GBP Australian dollar will go also up. So your stop loss should be definitely a little bit bigger below this level. But guys, this is how you do it. This is the only proper way how to manage your risk. I have the risk so-called money management calculator. And let's say 80 pip of stop loss here with 2% of risk. 80 pip stop loss. For my account of 65,000, correct lot size is 2.4 lots. If I want to go with, let's say, 4% of risk with, I don't know, this GBP, let's say, just giving you an example, this calculator gives you the exact lot size you should trade. This is the best thing you can have, guys, for intraday, intra-week trading because it gives you the risk assessment correctly. So 4% of risk with 80 pip stop is effectively 4.29 lots. Let's say GBP dollar for, let's say, for example, 65 pip stop loss with 3% of risk. Let's say you use 3% of risk with, okay, 65 pip stop loss. You use 2.66 lots. If you go with more, then definitely you will be having you'll need to have a little bit lower stop loss. So this is something that you should be paying attention to because don't forget, guys, the risk is the holy grail. You need to have accurate system, but also it's very important that you actually know how to calculate your risk size, your risk position. So I expect a breakout. And again, if you're in profits like I am, you can always risk from profits. Let me show you my FX book account. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. So I started this account in 2019. Here we go. And see this, guys. So I am 500% in profits. You see this. This is when I was trying to bring my account up. I made some profits here, 20, 30%. And then I decided to actually risk my profits. I managed to bring it up then risk my profits, only 65% of drawdown from profits. You see, the account never dropped below zero. The thing is, this was here. I risk from profits only. So 65% of drawdown was the risk from profits, not from the deposit. Here, same thing. I risk from profits. So I decide when I go with my compounding 0.5, 1.5, 2, 3% of risk. I'm always positive because my system is very accurate. But then I can take even bigger lot size if I want to, like I did on GBP dollar right now, because I'm risking from profits only. So I can, instead of, let's say, going with 3 lots, I can go with 6 lots because I want to risk from profits. The account will not drop below the deposit, 10,000. You need to know about this money management. It's crucial, guys. It's crucial for your success. Everything else, you need to have good method, such as Camarilla MACD. You need to have accurate money management. Without money management, guys, you don't have anything to work on intraday or intra-week time frames. You will lose. So pay attention to this, what I'm saying. So GBP Australian dollar long, I also have a euro dollar long, 0.1056, 0.1028 on FXDD stop loss. Always include the spread to your stop loss, and 1.1108 is target. If the GBP goes up, I guess that it will pull also euro dollar with itself. So this is it. So I lost 70 pips on GBP Australian dollar with 1% of risk. I roughly need 35 pips now with GBP dollar to cover, and everything above 35 pip is clear win. My account will go sky high again if I win this trade. So this is super duper trade that I want to have a big risk on. GBP dollar longs. Let's see. Let's wait, guys. I hope that it will listen to me. It's already 6 pips in profit, 7 pips. I want at least, I would like to be at least 50, 60 pips, but let's see. As I say, anything above 35 pips will actually give me profits for this day, because I made profits with gold. Again, risk management, guys. Everything is about risk management. This is how we do it. Okay? And again, if you need risk management script, I will send it. Of course, it's free. Money management calculator. Just enter the amount of risk, the stop loss, and it will base your correct entry size on your account balance. You don't have to think which lot size that you should use. So definitely, guys, if you don't have money management script, just send us an email and we will send it. The script calculates each position lot size based on the risk and stop loss compared to account balance. Okay. So this is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. Let's see the GBP dollar up. Maybe, Daniel, also GBP Australian dollar up. But have in mind that the GBP Australian dollar is much bigger, much more volatile than the GBP dollar. But I guess the GBP dollar could actually go up. I hope above 30.50 we are definitely bullish. Thank you, guys, for listening. I don't see any questions, so I assume that everything is clear. I wish you a great trading day, and let's hope that GBP dollar will make us money, and this could be, as I call, super duper trade where we can make tons of pips with bigger risk and make our month extremely profitable. Let's see. Cheers, guys. As always, trade safe.